Hey, future. Okay, sounds good. So your girly friend. Tell them I said hello. Whoever it may be. Ew.
Welcome back.
Ew. Gross. Cotton! It's been a few days. How are ya?
We've arrived. Check the equipment and get
How
set up
are
for
ya? How are ya? I would... Buster, I wasn't trying to insinuate that. I was just saying talking to somebody you like is you. Silly goose. Hat indeed. You haven't... I've been wearing a hat for a hot minute. Where you been? Cotton, how you been? What you been up to? It's not that... Are you having a serious conversation or something? Why can't you tell them I said hi? I don't understand. Just tell them I said hi, bruh. Oh, that's fair. That is fair. Why you still up now, then? Shouldn't you be asleep? Asleep. 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 Boom, 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 boom. Okay, well, slay. How you been then, Cotton? How's school been and stuff? How's it? Oh, I missed. Hey, Shayna. How are you? How are ya? Got tech and drama. Oh, like the classes. I was like, what kind of drama you got going on? Hi, Precious. How are you? Ready for the weekend? LOL. That's funny because the weekend's like ending, but it's not really. Anyway. Doing all right. How are you, hanging in there, Shayna? We love drama. Like drama as in the class, or like drama as in like life drama? 12 hours. Ugh. That is too long. Ugh. That's the worst. I hate that. I hate when they be just lazy. Not like gossip. Okay. I do too. Hence theater nerd, so. Lingo? What the heck? What the heck? Who's this guy? Who's this guy? Who's this guy? Oh, I missed the drop. How are you? What's shaking? I know you're a boy. Why is that? What does that have to do with anything? Bruh, Precious, you're too nice. I would have said y'all on your own. Definitely a weirdo. Absolutely, 100%. Lingo, we miss you, squad. We miss you. It's good to see you. Fade, hello. How are you? Well, I wouldn't really argue that like most people, male or female, are not into that type of drama. Well, good. We're happy to have you here. I guess, Precious, I guess. Tired, fair enough. Join the club. Join the club. See, everybody misses you when you're gone. Yawn. Yawn. Where are you? Just like drama in general, gossip, drama type stuff in general. That's all. Scary sickness. What's scary sickness? It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. Getting busy. How's Stars and the littles? How's everybody doing? Weird. Did you... Sounds like you were gonna pass out. Did you go to the hospital or something? That's crazy. Crazy. Busy season. I believe that. He's just like you for real. I believe that. Oh, I miss them. I miss them. Bruh, Cotton, what the freak, bro? Why would you do that? Ugh. Four tens? What hours will be the tens? That's crazy. Is it really? It's like actually legitimately more busy. That's crazy. That's so funny. That's so funny. Can you... That's not what I wanted. That's too good. That is too good. That is too good. Okay, so if I have any control over it and am trying to plan, I should try and plan to have a summer baby. That would be the move. Low-key, that would be the move anyway, because you have less, like... Because then when you do fall and winter, you get in the cold and flu season, and that sucks. Having an infant. That's good, Fade. I'm glad she's getting better. Has mild fever. Bro, Cotton. Yeah, what the freak, bro? I'm glad you're okay. Okay, per. He's double checking. 8:30 to 7. And then 1 to 11. Interesting. Friday, Saturday, Thursday. It would be like 4 days. Huh. Oh, hi. Hello, handsome. That would be kind of nice, though. It'd be nice to have 3 days instead of 2 days off. Plus, if you're like 1 to 11 p.m., you could hang out in streams more often. That's selfish of me, though. You okay, Wiz? He's getting too chunky to itch himself. So that would be lit. That'd be fun. I'm pretty sure, like, that's what Dwarf does. He has, like, okay, cool. Wasn't recording. That's fine. He has, like, longer shifts and he only has 4 of them, right? Or does he only have 3? Oh, Cotton. Interesting. I have an uncommon birthday then. I'm a March baby. Yeah. Happy New Year, I guess. Interesting. Literally, Shayna. It'd be so fun. Mm. Really? Interesting. Yeah, February through April. Mine's the 19th. You were close. Close. Huh. Wait, so if you... We're gonna have like a February to April... I can't do the math. It's been it's a little too late for that now. All right, Cotton, sleep well. Have a good day tomorrow. Love you. Good to see ya. Okay, perfect. That's nice. Okay, so I guess I don't need... There's a fly buzzing around in this bug and jizz. You silly. Oof. Cotton, I'm glad you're doing better, man. I'm sorry, that is rough.
Welcome back. I've prepared some jobs for you.
That's gotta be some sharp fried chicken.
We want to offer you a
Holy
special
crap.
promotion.
How'd you do that? Gotcha.
Check the equipment and get set up.
I can't do the freaking backwards counting was too much for my brain to handle. I decided that it was not worth my mental capacity in that moment. Aw, Precious, I'm sorry. Okay. Because then, if I want stars there, I can't be during the busy... I'm just kidding. Can't be during the busy time. That's so funny. That's like, that is actually legitimately, like, a thing. I mean, like, people always joke about it, but, like, that's funny. Oh, that's the worst. Went right on the... Oh, those are the worst spots to get cuts and stuff. Hello? Why you just stop walking? That's fun. Appreciate that. Okay. Bum, 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 ba-da, ba-da, ba-da. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. So essentially, if you don't want to be part of the influx, when people start to go back outside, that's when you want to, like, make your move. Because when people start to have lives back again outside, they stop just, like, entertaining themselves inside. Oh, Precious, I'm sorry. That's the worst. The worst. Are you listening, Flutie? You're taking notes? Nope. He has his earbuds in. I was taking notes of something that you would be very happy about, but you weren't listening, so... Missed opportunity. Oh, Slay! I think you did tell me about that a while ago. Or that you were like hoping that it would happen or something. So that's confirmed. That's awesome. Lingo says you're a loser. No. Here we go. Dwarf! What's up? Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Dwarf, thanks for the bits. How you doing? Stanky? Why are you calling it stanky? It has a cute ghosty on it. Why stanky? Linga was just telling me about the busy times for stars. So we were doing the math of when you would want to get pregnant if you didn't want to be part of the influx of everybody. Yeah. Don't aim. Yeah. Least common is February through April. That's what they said. Yep. Cause stinky's a funny word, I guess. Stinky leg. Slay, Shayna. I didn't know you were like into that. I didn't know you were big like horror buff. Are they good? Should I watch them? I like saw this video where I'm pretty sure it was just a gimmick, but there were like priests outside of the Conjuring movie, and they were like blessing people and giving them holy water before they went in. I mean, I knew you loved horror, but I didn't know you were like that into it. You know what I mean? Like, I knew you liked it, but like I didn't know you were like LOL, good one. Good one, good one. It was definitely for entertainment, but I still think it's funny. I still like it. It is supposed to be based on a true story, yeah. Isn't that with, yeah, that's with the Annabelle doll. Right? Or is that a different situation? I don't know if Ed and Lorraine like did multiple different situations or what. I know there was like some chick that was like possessed or whatever the freak. And then I know that they also were involved in Annabelle, but I don't know if it was like the same thing or not. Thank you for that. Appreciate y'all. But the doll's not related to like the Conjuring story. That's like a different thing. Or is the doll related to the Conjuring story? Because Annabelle is like real, right? I mean, as real as you believe it to be, I guess. But like, that's also... They like took her on a little freaking tour or whatever the freak, right? Okay, I wasn't asking your opinion. I was asking as it pertains to the on accident or slay. Oh, LOL. Love that. Oh wait, there are orbs. I got orbs, right? Orbs. Yeah, I did. Okay. Perfect. Easy. Oh, they're all related. Ah. Interesting. I didn't know that. And so then it's all based on true story things, I guess. Shayna, do you believe in the paranormal type stuff? Like, do you believe that that stuff was like, is like real? Or is it like, you just like it for the entertainment vibes? Video camera. Photo of the EMF. Okay. And now the new one. And the new one is like the end, right? Did you really? Bro, people always be talking about like leaving feeling sick from that place and stuff. Did you feel it? Did you feel it? So you should come over here and we should find a place to go ghost hunting. That's what I'm hearing. Right? Guys, did you see Tim Burton directed Lady Gaga's newest music video? And I'm like shocked and appalled that that hasn't happened before, because their vibes are like so mesh so well. What the Chippendales after is crazy. So you didn't feel like, so Shayna, do you feel like there's like certain people that are kind of like psychically more in tune to that kind of stuff and affected more than like obviously you would be? I mean, like, I guess that makes sense. What is this? Ouija board. I don't have a Ouija board. So girly pop is just unaffected. I wonder how I would fare if I went. I low-key want to. Cause like I've heard so many horror stories, but also like so many people go in there and like don't even like. Girl, I need to make more money so I can just like go do these things I want to do. Yes, the history is crazy. It's crazy. I do very much enjoy like learning about that kind of stuff. And I've told you guys this before. I feel like I go back and forth on like what I believe in and what I don't believe in as it pertains to that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Cause like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of like people that have been possessed in history just had mental health disorders that were not diagnosed, and that's how they treated it. You know what I mean? But like, yes, for sure. No, you definitely could. We definitely could. It would just be the getting there mostly. That would be the hardest part. The getting there would be the worst. No one asked you, actually. Oh, she's a liar. Don't listen to her, she's a liar. Really? I feel like my flights are not that cheap. I've flown into Vegas like once from here. That's supposed to be a rat? What was that sound? You hear that? Either she's a liar or you're a liar and putting up a face at her, so. If the shoe fits. Does anyone want to, oh, I forget that that's the same light as that. Anybody want to, oh, not the doll room. Ah! Hey! I was actually like trying to take a picture of the summoning circle, not you, Buster. Really? That's it? I'd have to look for me. Let's see. Lights to Las Vegas. Does this girl who called you wise have access to your Twitter? Maybe you should share that. I mean, okay, if I go like, yeah, I guess if we like flew on weekdays, it's not too bad. Not too bad. Yeah, so you're putting up a face then. Okay. Yeah, I was just looking at October, I think is what it showed me. It's about the same for me. I'm surprised. Yeah, don't mind us. I need to text my friend. I have a friend that's like, I mean, she's not like super nearby, but she's kind of nearby. And I wonder if she would be interested in that kind of stuff. I don't know if she would want to. Maybe she would stay back for the museum, but oh my gracious. Did it really? That's crazy. I think mine was like, it was showing me like October 8th or something. I don't know. Buster. I don't think slurs are ever good. I think that maybe you should not do that ever. No, it wouldn't be bad at all. And we wouldn't have to stay on the strip. We could stay at a sketchy one. I stayed at a sketchy one for like a night or two. Because that friend that lives kind of nearby, I went out there to go see her, but then she got COVID. And so we, I ended up having to stay at a hotel by myself for a little bit. And I low-key just like holed myself up in the room and didn't really do anything for like 2 days until she was able to come. But it's fine. We could that's what I'm saying. You ratioed him. I don't think you can ratio anyone if you use slurs. That's not how that works. Lingo, do you like spooky things? Like in your like, aside from like me and what I play and stuff, do you like enjoy spooky things at all? And does stars? I don't know. That's crazy, bro. That's so funny. Make you wait in a gated area. That's crazy. Bro, that would scare me more than the things in the museum, probably. I thought ratio just meant like you just beat them. Where are you? With all your spooky dollies. Where are you? Oh, Slay! I feel like I knew that like stars watched, watched. I've just stuttered real bad. I feel like I knew stars liked watching horror things, like at least horror movies, but I can't remember about you. That's so fun. So next time I come, we should watch something together. Flutie doesn't have to come, I guess. Is this game kind of like Fortnite? Yeah, it's basically the same thing, except instead of guns, there's no guns, and instead of like trying to shoot down a whole bunch of other people. There's like ghosts that you're trying to find, but like, and instead of like killing other people, you're not trying to kill the ghost, you're just trying to figure out who he is. And instead of flying out of a giant air balloon van situation, you pull up in this rundown truck. So like, yeah, essentially the same thing, but oh, slay. Well, I don't have Twitter, so I don't know. I thought I've only ever heard people, I've heard people use the phrase ratioed, but like I don't have Twitter, and so I'm never like, I only knew that I thought it was just like beating someone, which I guess it is in a way, but I didn't know it was like there were naked men. Oh, to go see the naked men. I thought you were talking about there were just naked men at the I thought you were talking about just naked men at the sketchy area. I was like, what? Are you? No. Take us away from the sketchy naked men to see the not sketchy naked men, actually. Solo skinnies, how are you guys doing? God, my bad, I hit my microphone. I was a little confused. I got a little lost in the sauce. That's on me not being able to read, actually. LOL. Perfect. Love that for you. LOL. I am afraid. It's okay. Naked men scare me too. It's fine. Dang, Shayna, that's crazy. That's crazy. Not me, bro. Not me. Not me. Yeah, you can see essentially whatever you want in Vegas, bro. I don't kick him. What are these accusations? Ah, man. Exactly. See, Shayna gets it. Shayna gets it. Where are you? Where are you? Hello? Hello? Oh, that was so quiet. I didn't even hear you step in the salt, Buster. Okay. What you doing? What you doing? What you doing? Frogs. No, she screams, actually. Get it right, Buster. Bum, 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 bada, bada, bum. I feel like naked men should scare more of you guys. I feel like not enough of you guys are afraid of naked men. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I wonder if this ghost is afraid of naked men. Cause it's scary, bruh. What was that? It's just throwing things. Ah, man. See, that's what I'm saying. IDK, bro. I think it's probably a gin. It's gotta be a gin. Let's continue our hunt for a Ouija board. I mean, I don't know what you want me to say to that.
Some jobs ready for you.
I support my gay kings. I love that. I love that for you. I just think nakedness in general is kind of scary, low-key. I don't really like any nakedness. Well, that is one definition of it, yes. Lingo! Is Lingo still here? Lingo, are you still there? If I could, I would, future low-key. Lingo, do you see Shayna's comment? In the literal sense. Exactly. Oh my goodness. Sanity is scarce. No pills or lights. Finding this nightmare ghost. Okay, so two evidences. Nah, yeah, the what about, yeah. Okay, so here's what happened, Shayna. Here's what happened. Is I saw that trend, and so I did. I asked Flutie, and he was offended. And I was shocked. I was so shocked because he is just like so not. I did not expect it. And I was like, are you serious? Anyway, and I was so shocked and appalled. And then we talked about, and then Flutie was like, Lingo would say the same thing. I was like, I don't think so. And so then I texted Stars to like ask. What was your equivalency? He thinks, Flutie thinks the equivalency, okay, you guys have to give me your thoughts about this. Flutie thinks the equivalency of, so you ask a man, do you ever wish you were more athletic? The equivalency to a female would be, do you ever wish you were more pretty? And I do not think that is a good equivalency at all. LOL, what? No, that's what Shayna says. Why don't I what? What are you talking about? I'm not talking to you. You're having your own conversation. I am locked into something else right now. Okay, well, you can't ever take anything Future says to heart. Is there a setup time in this one? Yeah, see? Okay, no, there's no setup time. Mm-hmm. See, I concur. I agree. Exactly. Exactly. Period. The women have spoken. I don't know. Yeah, says the one that won't give his Twitter account to the girls that he's interested in. Buster. Oh, Slay, I get all the things up in here. Except for the Ouija board. Are we serious? Why don't I get the Ouija board? That is the one thing I need. LOL, hold on. Let me log in right quick. Okay, homie spawned in the basement, but I don't know if homie was in the basement. Buster, you literally told me the other day that you're much more tame and normal IRL. So you're lying. But like, I don't think that a woman's worth is tied up in being attractive. Like, yes, I've been trying to like think of like another equivalency. Like, I feel like it would need to be something like, no, sorry, let me be clear. I know that you don't think that. I know that, like, just so you know, I know that you don't. Oh, you're still hunting. Oopsies, daisies. Sorry, squad, excuse me. I'm gonna die, bruh. Okay, Jukes. Okay, Jukes. I feel like if it were like so like here's my problem is I can't really come up with a great alternative to like for the woman's side necessarily, but like I feel like on the man side it would be the like the do you ever wish you were more pretty would be the equivalent of like, I don't know, saying to a bald man, do you ever wish you had hair or something. Or better cook, real. Or like I don't know, like I was trying to think of like more like feminine characteristics. Not that I want to like necessarily like hone in on feminine characteristics, but like something like, do you ever wish you were kinder? Or like, do you ever wish you were more nurturing? Or do you ever like that kind of, those kind of things feel more similar to the athletic than the pretty. That makes sense? Okay, I don't really know where Buster is. Yeah, but that has to do back with looks. Like, I don't think athleticism has, I mean, it kind of has things to do with looks, but not really, because there's like athletic dudes in the NFL that are like 300 plus pounds. So I don't think athleticism has, I don't personally correlate it with looks. Flutie, do you correlate the athleticism with looks? Is that part of the, okay. He's typing over there. Right, but like, I'm just saying, like, when I think of somebody that's athletic, like, sure, it could be somebody with a six-pack, but also it could be somebody that's 300 pounds of, like, just beef. You know, like, it's not, like, I don't know. I don't feel like there's just one picture-perfect athleticism. Right. I feel like the athleticism thing is more about kind of what you were saying, Lingo. Like I feel like, sorry, I'm hashing this out in my words as I'm thinking. I feel like the athleticism thing has to do with like a masculine trait. That's why I'm trying to think of like a feminine trait that would be equivalent. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Aw, yikes, I appreciate you. Stream end. I appreciate you. Love you so much. Sleep well. Have a great day tomorrow. You are the best. Love you, love you. Feels like a begging. Please. Do you ever wish you were more athletic? I feel like I don't really know what to do about this. Okay, homie is like in this room now, I guess. LOL. Aw, kisses, hugs. Mwah. Sleep well. Because I'm still slow as freak. IDK, I'm also like trying to think about like why men like get so worked up about it, you know what I mean? Because I feel like it has more to do with like the masculinity and the masculine trait of it all. And I don't think it necessarily is looks. Defensive. Defensive is a good word. Oh no, his message was too long. What's a neg? You're saying nag? Or neg? I don't know what neg is. Oh! So, like, I understand, but I still feel like it's more about, like, traits than anything else, which, like, I feel like attractiveness is not really a trait, necessarily, and it's also not something you can control. Like, athleticism, you can kind of control and, like, work on and build on, but, like, your physical face and stuff, you can't really do that much about. I mean, yeah, but there's only so much you can do with makeup. to an extent though, like I don't know. I feel like athleticism has more to do with like the masculine trait, and I do agree with what you guys are saying about it being like based in what they can do, but I don't think prettiness is based in what a woman can do. Like, I don't think it's... Can you quit so I can like leave? Buster Rooney. I still don't feel like it's based on, like, I feel like, okay, if we're going like woman's core identity in our culture, I feel like potentially like attractiveness is part of it, but I would argue like motherliness and being a mom and like the nurturing and all that kind of stuff is more so prevalent. And I feel like those examples would be like, do you ever wish you were more nurturing? Do you ever wish you were more kind? Like, I feel like those would be more accurate than the prettiness thing. Does that make sense? Sorry, Future can't ever have in-depth conversations about things. He's just struggle busting a little bit. It's okay, buddy. It's all good, Buster. What else do I got? Oh, I never put my book down. LOL. Hi, Starry. How are you? Okay, see, I don't know if Homeboy is still here or not. Homeboy's not here. Homeboy's wandering, so it's definitely not a Goryo. What do you mean by meta? Okay, so if you're saying innate, visceral, primal qualities, you think the cave women were worried about their looks? Like, I don't think the cave women were up in there worried about their looks. But when people are like talking about you're all good, Starry. I started super late yesterday too. It is all good. So fun. How was your other stream? But like when you're talking about things in a partner, like you do look for kindness and you do look for better or for worse, you might not admit it, but you do look for the nurturing part of it, the motherly nurturing part. Someone's not gonna pull up and be like, I want someone like my mom. Like, that's not exactly what's happening. Also what Shayna said is nurturing and caregiving not a primal quality. I second that. I second that. Like what are some of the things you would have put in a list of like think back to like when you were a teenager and you were like, my future wife, I want her to be like this. What were some of those things? But I heavily disagree with that because women all throughout history were like forced into being mothers at like the age of like freaking 12 and 13. I feel like they were much more trained to be mothers than to be arm candy. I feel like the arm candy thing is a much more modern concept than the motherhood thing. Vast sums of wealth. That's what Dwarf looked for. How did that go for you, Dwarf? How did that go for you? But I disagree with that. I mean, in some cultures and societies and for emperors or kings or whatever, like, yeah. But, like, I don't think for general public they were looking for that. They were kind of just impregnating whatever. I mean, okay, this is a really gruesome, bad example. But think about, like, when slavery was a thing, those white men were impregnating the slaves all the time, but they didn't even see them as human. They cared more about them as a vessel and as motherhood potential as a mother than they did about their looks. But I don't think athleticism is necessarily superficial. I think maybe that's where I disagree with you, because I don't think that it's necessarily superficial. At least in a man's mind, I don't think it's superficial. I don't think so. Then why do they get so upset about it if it's superficial? Like, I would disagree with you about that, Flutie. What did I just record? I don't know what I just recorded. No, I guess what I'm trying to argue is that the prettiness is superficial and the athleticism is not. Gotta go. Okay, but you also don't really see girls on the playground being like, I'm prettier than you because I have more makeup on. Like, that's not really happening either. You know who this question? I mean, Homeboy's pretty athletic, though, I would think, with what his job is. Yes, I agree. I concur with what Shayna's saying. He's not at all, LOL. Oopsies. Nothing. We're talking separate situation thing now. What'd you just throw, Goob? I'm about to leave and just guess one now. Sure. The messy ponytail and red face.
Welcome back.
I feel like it's interesting too. I'm thinking about this now too with your I can run faster than you situation, because the athleticism really did, like, kind of was innate for since kids are really little. But, like, the prettier thing and being worried about your looks doesn't really come into play until, like, you start kind of hitting puberty. as like a girl and you start all of like it's not like, I feel like if it were so innate and primal, it would be more of a concern when you're little. No, so I'm not necessarily disagreeing with you about like attractiveness being important for a woman. I'm not necessarily disagreeing with you on that, because I do agree with you, and it's stupid, but I do agree that that's part of society. I'm only arguing that it's a bad comparison with the athleticism. That's my...
Alright, we're here. Take a look at the equipment and prepare accordingly before starting the investigation.
What a female equivalent would be to...
Looks like this is going to be a tough one. We've had reports of violence, and it looks like they left in a hurry.
Right. Wait, Flutie, did you ask, or what did you say? That was the answer it gave? So, I mean, I feel like just handsomeness in general. Do you ever wish you were more handsome? Like, that would be the equivalent to, do you ever wish you were prettier? Because I feel like we do value handsomeness in society as well. I don't know. It's freaking snowing. This is gonna be a nightmare. Homie's fast. Spiced. Okay, but see, in your reading of that, you said men value it in themselves. Yeah, they tie that value to themselves. So they value how they see themselves, however they view their athleticism ties directly into how they view themselves. And I don't think that prettier is an equivalent to that in women. I don't think so. Nasties. Say again? Sorry, I was sneezing. But this is what I'm saying. I said this earlier. Because you brought up the example of, like, the kids on the playground being like, I can run faster than you, like the little boys being like, I can do this better than you, whatever, you know? You brought that up, and I was arguing, like, that's a good example as to why that's so primal for men and so important for men. But little girls on the playground don't really do that. They're taught to do that as they grow up, but it's not like an instinct in them. Shayna, is that for like, would that be like a men equivalent to the prettier one? It does not, no. Or is that okay? Right, okay, but also you guys, like, this was like when so she put in what would be the male equivalent to do you ever wish you were prettier, and that's what it shot out, not athleticism. Right? Am I understanding that situation? Are we all just asking our chat GPTs now? I can't spell. ChatGPT is gonna think I'm dumb. Yes, I can. And when it takes over the world, I'm gonna be the first to go. You don't use ChatGPT? I'm surprised by that, bruh. Take it back right now, he said. Others. Now you made me lose track of my sentence. That's a good point too. Like, well, I argued that I don't view athleticism as looks, but I bet men do. He just goes, yeah. Ooh, do you ever wish you were more confident? That's what mine popped up for the female equivalent. Do you ever wish you were more comfortable with your body? Do you ever wish people took you more seriously? Do you ever wish you were less hard on yourself? Do you ever wish you were more carefree? That's what mine gave me. Those are the ones mine gave me. No. Like, so Lingo, I guess my question was, it wasn't like society valuing these things in men, but like the men themselves thinking that the attractiveness has to do with athleticism. I kind of like the more confident one, or comfortable with your body, maybe. Hiccup. Squat. Almost died. I know this is a fast one. I don't know what I can do to really figure out. Right, but so what? So do men think that their athleticism directly correlates to their looks? Is that why you guys think that the prettiness is a good correlation? Okay, Buster Rooney. What if I can get like just one evidence of some sort? Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, Dwarf, that's what we're trying to figure out. That's crazy work, by the way. Like, I don't know. It's interesting too that my chat GPT gave such a different, drastically different answer than yours did. I feel like homie's in this room. Maybe not. He's meandering. I don't know, bro. What? How'd you find me? That's rude. Right. Oh! That's a good shot. Right up the nostrils. Love that.
Welcome back.
Man.
I've prepared some jobs for you.
It's what you can do. But I'm still so confused as to why what you can do is correlated to what you look like. Or like I still am not understanding the comparison. Because I feel like it's still not. I thought we were getting somewhere when you were saying that like athleticism, like men think they look more attractive when they're athletic. And that would be the correlation.